Hey, it's Sydney, and today I want to talk about you, because you are important, and this is why. It's easy to sometimes feel like life doesn't have any particular meaning at all, and it's easy to feel as though you don't matter at all as well. And I know, because I've been there, and I want to show you right now why it's not true that your life is actually meaningful, that you are important. So if you think about it, what is real and what isn't real? So let's look at life for a second from the perspective of a living thing, like we are, right? You have your objective and you have your subjective reality. Your objective reality could be, let's say, this rock right here, right? This rock has certain properties that you would consider outside of myself individually as the subject. Like, anyone could look at this rock and sort of tell me something about it. Like, it's clearly something out there in the world that exists. Whereas subjectivity could be what I think about this rock. Say, when I look at it, I feel really happy, I think it's very pretty, that kind of thing. So that's your subjective reality. The funny thing is that there is no clear boundary between objective and subjective reality. There is no pure objectivity and there is no pure subjectivity. The world around you, the objective reality, affects how you, the subject, would perceive it, right? So if you have ill health, if you have, say, a cataract in your eyes, that affects how you would perceive the world through your senses. If you were to cover up your ears, it changes the way you hear something. The reality of your body and your senses, that those senses give you the information that you need in order to form subjective opinions. If there was no input from the external environment ever, then what would you have to think about? If you look at your thoughts, it's all constructed from what you're able to perceive with your senses anyway. It's translated in a way that you understand through your senses that perceive things from the outside. And if you look at your objective reality, you have never experienced objective reality without a subjective perspective, because you're always you. You're always a person. You're always looking at the world through the lens of a consciousness, right? And here's the funny thing. A rock is never gonna go and look at its own life and be like, what is the meaning of my existence? What is the use of me? Isn't my life meaningless? Or, isn't my existence meaningless? Or a rock doesn't think, I'm so meaningful, I'm the best thing ever, I'm the center of all meaningfulness in the entire universe. A rock has no perception of meaning. And so really, whether your life is meaningful or not is not something that is true or untrue, because it's something that you create. You create as someone who's conscious. The only reason anything has any meaning at all is because there is someone there to perceive it as such. So we can look at it one way. We can look at the vastness of the universe. We can look at how teeny tiny our planet is, how teeny tiny our solar system is, how teeny tiny our galaxy is in the entire cosmic landscape, and say, oh man, so meaningless. So meaningless, less than a speck, right? Or you could realize that in the entire vastness of the cosmos, you're able to think about how teeny tiny you are. You're able to think about these vast, giant things beyond yourself. You're able to perceive your reality, and without anything there to perceive the reality, whether it's meaningful or not, isn't there. The only thing that gives meaning to the universe is someone who can see meaning or meaninglessness. And that's you. No one is going to see reality the same way that you do. Only you create your particular flavor so to speak, your particular flavor of everything. And without you here, we don't have that perspective. Without you here, whatever you perceive, your own view of how things are, doesn't exist. Your own view of what is meaningful or not doesn't exist without you here. How you want to live your life, how you choose to be in the world, is your contribution to what is real or not. How you choose to live your life is how you choose to create meaning. It's how you decide whether or not something is meaningful or not. So really, when you look at your life, it's up to you to decide whether or not your life is meaningful or not. And so, choose to make it meaningful. Choose to decide that your existence is meaningful, and do things that you find meaningful, that take that decision to be meaningful. Make the decision to see life as meaningful, and then do things that represent that to you. Do things that you feel are meaningful, and be someone who you feel is meaningful, where you feel that you are meaningful. Live into that decision to have a meaningful life. Because the only person who can decide what the meaning of life is you. That's a question that isn't something you ask the world. It's what the world is asking you. What is the meaning of life? And then you answer that question every single day. Okay, that's all. Well, I feel like that got a bit heavy back there, huh? Anyway, that's the end of the video. Hopefully it gives you some food for thought, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd want to see more of in the future, and yeah, that's the end. Bye bye. See you next one.